morning, everybody. My name is Carla, and you have reached my FlossTube channel, Carla being Crafty, where I talk about mostly cross stitch, but also other crafts that I enjoy, and a little bit of life thrown in. Today is FlossTube number 220, and it's Sunday, December 17th. I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. If this is your first time finding it, I hope you like what you see. You want to hit like and subscribe, all of that good stuff. And if this is not your first time, if you're one of my returning viewers, thank you so much for coming by and spending this time with me. It really does mean a lot. Happy Hanukkah for those of you who celebrated last week. It was over. Friday was the last day. Thursday night was the last night of Hanukkah. And I did do Floss Naked videos this year, so there's a whole series of 8 videos. If you missed them, then please go back, check it out. It was fun. I think I'm pretty much committed to do it every year. I have gotten a good response. People seem to enjoy it enough so that it makes it worthwhile to do all of the prep and thinking about it and all that kind of stuff. So that it made for a busy, sort of weird week, which we'll get into. But yeah, I'm glad I did it. One thing somebody mentioned to me, it has nothing to do with Floss Hanukkah or Hanukkah videos, but I just want to mention it because I was looking at my FlossTube number. Somebody was like rewatching or going back and watching videos they hadn't seen, and they noticed, they noticed one, and then I went back and I noticed 2. I actually had 2 videos that were like double numbered, or twice that I had double numbered videos. So I'm actually really at 222, not really 220 if you do, adding or the counting correctly. I didn't want to go back and have to change like 100 videos. So I basically just the ones that were like double counted, like if it was, I think it was 183, I had twice, or 187. So the second 187, I just put 187.5. So, I mean, it's dumb. The only reason I put the numbers at all is just, for my own ease of knowing kind of where I am and how long I've been doing this. I have a cat down here meowing at me, of course, because as soon as I start talking to the camera, he wants to get in on the act. Right, Baggy? Come here. Come here. Oh, jump up. Jump up. And, you guys see every week when he does this, it just takes like, 10 seconds of him. Got a wet paw. I don't want your like wet paw on me. Gross. He's not good about like cleaning his paws and stuff before he jumps on me. Very rude. Anyway, it just takes a couple seconds of him to make his presence known, and then he's fine. Yeah, he'll go lie down. Sometimes he lies down where I can see him, and sometimes he goes and lays down in one of his spots. Cats, they'll have like special spots that they rotate around. Anyway, let's see. Kind of got off track there with the cat. I always give you guys kind of like a Southern California weather report. The weather has been cooler, it's kind of like low 70s, high 60s. It's supposed to rain this week. That changes daily. I think last week it was saying there was going to be 4 days of rain, and now this morning it's saying 2 days of rain. So who knows? Today is my D&D game with my brother and my nephew. We usually do this once a month, and actually we did it 2 weeks ago, but my brother has 2 D&D games. I used to be involved in both of them, but I kind of bowed out of the one with his work people because they're using a system, like a computer system called Roll20, that it just never seemed to work for me, and it was just too difficult. It ended up not being as fun, and I felt like I was holding him back. So I'm just in the family one now, and again, it's once a month. So for my brother, it's every other week he plays D&D, and they alternate. But apparently somebody had a problem with this week for the other game, so they switched. So I don't know if I'm going to have a game again in 2 weeks from today, or it'll be a month. I'm not sure. I'm not sure when our next one is, but it's fine. but it's early. It's only 8 o'clock, so I should be able to finish my video, get it at least started on the upload process way before 11 when I start to play the game, so that'll be good. We did have a Zoom yesterday, which was fun. It was only a couple people, which I understand. December is so busy for everybody, and especially Saturday night rather than a Sunday afternoon. There was probably a lot of Christmas parties. I know Kelly from Pages and Stitches stopped by for like half an hour. She's like, I have a Christmas party to go to, but she had missed last month, and so she didn't want to miss twice in a row, but she said she should be able to be there for New Year's Eve. So that is the next Zoom, is New Year's Eve. This is going to be the second time I've done a New Year's Eve Zoom. And it was just totally fun last year. I never have been like a big doing stuff on New Year's Eve person. I mean, I've had a couple years where I've spent time with family or friends, and we kind of like all, you know, we just spent the night, and so we low-key partied. I mean, I'm not like with a crazy crowd, right? We would, you know, have some wine and play games and stuff like that. But I've never been a going out to a party kind of person. Even when I was younger, it's not the kind of night that I want to be out on the street with other people who have been drinking and stuff. So last year, I was trying to think of what I should do, and I was like, hey, I have this Zoom thing. Let me just go online and see. And, you know, I fully expected nobody to show up. And we had like, you know, 10 people or something like that. So it was fun. And I started at 8 o'clock. And so it's 11 o'clock Eastern time, so like we can hit the 3 different midnights. I don't think that we didn't stay on quite till like Hawaii's midnight. If I had somebody from Hawaii though, I would stay on with them. We ended the call around 12:30 California time, and then I went and I did a video because it was Sunday morning and I wanted to sleep in. But this year, the video will be on a Sunday night, right? So, but yeah, so if you are not doing anything else on New Year's Eve, or you are at a party and get home and wanna, you know, don't want to go to bed yet or whatever, jump on the Zoom. It was like totally fun. And I'm gonna be doing my New Year New Start, just I have some fun things I don't always have to drink. I'm thinking about a few like appetizer things to make for myself, some like baked brie maybe and bread, you know, stuff like that that's just easy to nibble on. And I'm planning on having a good time with my Stitchy friends, however many show up. If one person shows up, I'll have fun with them. If nobody shows up, I will turn on the TV and that'll be good too. But I'm hoping to have a nice little group of people to chit chat with and toast to the new year with. Okay, so this past week has been kind of a difficult and weird one for me. It was very busy, for one thing. I had some really fantastic things happen, which I will tell you, and I had some kind of like scary, stressful things happen. So obviously, you know, I was doing videos every night up through Thursday for Flossnica, which, you know, the videos weren't like that long or anything like that. It's just hard to video every night. These people who do like Vlogmas and do vlogs like every single day for 30 days, it's hard. And especially when YouTube or FlossTube or whatever is not your job, when you have another job, it's hard to come home from a job, set everything up for video, do the video, and, you know, and then upload the video. You know, it's a lot to add to the evening. So it was kind of busy last week. My car is at the repair shop on Tuesday. I always pick up my coworker. She doesn't drive anymore, and so I pick her up every morning, and on my way to get her, my car was like acting up. After doing research and you know, realizing what it is, it's like my transmission was slipping. So I managed to take it into my car guy that day, and yes, it is a transmission issue. My car is pretty old. It's a 2007, so you know, it's gotten me pretty far for how, you know, how long I've had it and everything, but transmissions are often like the death of the car, right? Because they're just so expensive to fix. And he hasn't really told me, he hasn't given me a quote or anything like that yet. He did put transmission fluid in it and everything, but he said there's something, you know, bad in the inside of the transmission and it's going to need to either be replaced or redone or whatever, you know, and he's looking into it and he hasn't given me a quote yet. But it's kind of like, depending on what he says, then I have like this big bill that I wasn't expecting that I'm, you know, scrambling, or I'm going to need to get another car, which I wasn't expecting. And, you know, so the whole thing is just causing a lot of stress. And on top of that, I still need to get to work, right? So I'm like, you know, having to finagle getting rides. And, you know, I took a Lyft one morning and, you know, it's just, which is expensive. It's just, yeah, it's a lot of stress. It's a lot of kind of like, I don't know what's happening. My boss was out of town this week, so he's gonna be back next week, but then he's leaving for 3 weeks. And he often helps me with my car. You know, so I mean, it's just a lot of uncertainty over something that I have to have realistically to get to work. And it's also hard because I do pick up my friend and I feel like other people are relying on me. So it's not like I can go, oh, you know what, I'll just take like a couple days, you know, a week's vacation time and get my car sorted out, because other people rely on me and need me there as well. I mean, especially when he's gone. So it's just, it's adding a lot of stress. And in fact, even talking about it here, I can feel everything tightening up in me. And so that's really difficult. And I'm just kind of trying to be kind of laissez-faire about it. Like whatever will be, because I really can't change the circumstances. I'm just gonna have to deal with the circumstances as they come. That's really difficult, but I've found that if I dwell, you know, if I let myself get into kind of that spiral in your brain of like the what ifs and I'm scared and all this kind of stuff, it's like I don't sleep, I can't eat, I have digestive distress, I'm running to the bathroom all the time, you know, so it's like I have to keep myself on a mental even keel and go with the flow so that I can get through what needs to be gotten through. I mean, I have people, you know, I have to keep in my brain, you know, I have friends, I have people that care about me, nobody's gonna let me die, nobody's gonna let me starve, you know, all those kinds of things, but it's just, it's really hard to have this kind of stress. So that was difficult this week. But then I also had some like really fantastic things happen this week, you know, where, you know, I was doing my FlossTube videos. I got some gifts from subscribers that were very lovely. I got a little gift from Susan Silver that I opened during the FlossTube videos. I got gelt that was sent to me from Julie Martin. Sorry, Julie, I knew it was an M. Julie Martin sent me a monetary gift, which was just lovely. I got a package from Bonnie Lerner, who's my friend on here that is actually connected with my family. So now she's like even more of a connected friend. All kinds of fun little, you know, kind of stationary things that are all cat related. The one big thing, she got me this little bag, which, you know, for a stitcher, it's like I immediately see project bag, right? So I mean, this is just so cute. And then all kinds of, you know, little cat post-its and cat paper clips and all kinds of stuff like that. So she got me a bunch of cute stuff. And then I had a lovely note from my friend Dawn Frisch from Arizona. She and her husband sent me a monetary gift, and she actually said that she ordered me, I think she ordered me Olivia, the new Bella Filipina that's so beautiful. So that chart is supposed to be coming in, which I'll show you guys when I get it. So, I mean, and just a lovely note. And then, okay. So even talking about this, like, I'm just overwhelmed at my friend's kindness. So I told you guys before that there was going to be next November a retreat right by Disneyland, which is like 5 minutes from where I live, called Wish Upon a Stitch. And I was like, should I try? I've never been to a retreat. I'm not sure that I would even like a retreat, but everybody's like, oh, you should try it. And I signed up, but I got waitlisted because they filled up very fast. I mean, I think it's going to be a pretty small retreat. And they had like one stitching room that was like maybe 60 people, I think. I'm not sure, 60 or 80, but it was small. So I got waitlisted and I was like, okay, whatever. Same with my friend Julie from Stitching at the Cabin. We had talked about like, oh, it would be fun if we could do this together and whatever, but we both got waitlisted. Oh, well. So I kind of put it out of my mind. Well, I got an email on the day that my car was acting up and I had to take it in that, oh, they were able to get another stitching room. And so now spots are open if I'm still interested. So of course I got this on the day when like immediate like uncertainty, financial uncertainty. And I was like, well, I guess not. And at the time it's like, I'm thinking, well, if it's just needs like, $100 repair, then maybe, yeah, I'll do this. But it's likely going to be thousands of dollars, and I can't justify signing up for a stitch retreat. I mean, one doesn't have anything to do with the other really, but you know how it goes. So anyway, Julie texted me and she's like, did you get that an email? And I'm like, yeah, I did, but my car, blah 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 blah. So I'll just have to think about it. And she was like, no, you're bumming me out. She goes, I don't want to go unless you go. She goes, I'll gift it to you. And I'm like, you can't do that. It's too much. She goes, no, I'll gift it to you. She goes, email them back and tell them to invoice me. And I was like, are you sure? And I'll tell you guys, because of circumstances in my life in the last 10 years or so, I'm not going to say no when people want to be kind to me. I'm not going to be so self-depreciating that I'm like, I'm not worth people doing stuff for me. And if people are volunteering and really truly want to do something to help me out or gift or be kind to me, I'm not going to say no. I'm going to say thank you. And so basically I said, thank you, Julie. That is the most amazing thing. And we worked it out and the invoice was sent to her and she signed us both up. And now I get to go to Wish Upon a Stitch in November. So I have a whole year to look forward to going to a retreat. So I'm really excited. I don't know, if any of you guys are going, let me know, because it'll be a great opportunity to see, to meet people in real life. I mean, that's one thing that I'm excited about. I know already I'm going to have a good friend there with Julie. So she and I'm definitely going to stick to her, because it's like when I get into a situation where it's a lot of people like that, sometimes I feel a little bit overwhelmed. I definitely sometimes feel shy. So it'll be good to be with somebody that I already know. I do know one channel subscriber, commenter, Debbie Sisk, who, she's like the most talented lady. She's sent me, I don't know if you guys remember, but that project bag where she made like a logo for me and everything. She's just amazing. I know she's going to be there, so I'm really excited I get to meet Debbie. But if any of you guys are also going to be there, then let me know, because something to look forward to. So that was a very fantastic, wonderful thing that happened this week, along with all of the stress and chaos. So, keep me in your thoughts, that hopefully everything works out smoothly with my transportation, and we'll just see what happens. It's a lot, and my stomach is feeling in knots like all the time, but we'll get through it. Okay, I think that is it as far as all my preamble. 20 minutes in, and I haven't shown you guys any cross stitch or anything, which some people don't like, but that's my channel. All right, so I did do some little golden book work this week. just as a recap, I have 9 books that I still need to send out for last year's FlossTube winners. I said that they would be getting them by the end of the year. I don't think that's going to happen. They're going to get them probably the beginning of next year. Even if I get them done in the next 2 weeks, which, you know, is hard. But even if I did, I don't think I can get them to the post office, like with Christmas and everything. So I'm going to ask for a little extension. So on top of those books, then I also had 3 books that are going to go to personal friends. 2 of them, I would like to get them to them this Thursday because I'm going to see them both at the office. One is for Julie. I don't know when I'm going to see her. So, you know, we'll get hers done as soon as we can. And I don't think I'll get to see her before the end of the year. So that one's not a stressor. And then I have 2 books that I gave away on this year's FlossTube video. And actually, Susie Marshall and Michelle Bouchard were the 2 who won. So yay for them. But, so now I'm down to the, you know, the deadline kind of thing here, and I need to get these books done. So I did work on 4 books yesterday. Then I've got them, like, completed to the point of putting all the goodies in. So that's, like, the last step, is just filling with all the goodies. So I figure I would kind of show you guys so you get a preview. So the first one is the Mickey's Christmas Carol, and this one actually, I was at this point, before I started the FlossTube videos. But when I say that they're like done up to the point of filling it, that means that the pages are all like trimmed and decorated. I end up putting a lot of like ribbons and sparkly, and then, you know, page, you know, cutting the edges of stuff, and sometimes adding, you know, like stickers or embellishments in certain areas. And I like when I make the book sort of full of texture, and you know, I like things sticking out the top and sticking out the bottom, and oops, and something just fell out of this one. And this book is, I believe, this book is going to go to Michelle. So Susie said she didn't care which book she got, and Michelle said she would love to get this one. So but as you can see, there's also like all these little tuck-in places that I add on to my books, all these little pockets and things. And those get filled with just a ton of things. Things that can be taken out, they can be replaced, they can be changed out with whatever is wanted by the owner. And yeah, so that is the Mickey's Christmas Carol. And then this is the Snow Puppies that is going to go to Susie. Now, because the Mickey's Christmas Carol and this one are more holiday, they have, you know, the poinsettias and things like that, which other ones don't. But I love like sparkly ribbon and trim. And so, you know, I do use a lot of like sparkle and sparkle paper, and I don't know, I just use a lot of, you know, and the thing is that there's all these little places that you can, you know, write notes or put stickers or whatever cool thing is going to float your boat. Isn't that little sticker cute? Whatever cool thing is going to, you know, there's just so many ways you can use these. Things that you can, you know, add on to them. Oops. I guess this is good to go through them a little bit and see the tapes that don't want to stick. I always have a coloring page or two in the books. And I got these bird stickers that are just gorgeous, all different ones that I'm using in different books. So, yeah. Oops. Okay. I'm not sticking. Good to know. One thing I was talking about to the people yesterday when I was on the Zoom is, you know, perfection. Somebody made a joke, you know, I was saying, like, I'll get this to you as soon as I can kind of thing. And they're like, oh, no rush, perfection takes time. And it's like, you know, I hope that everybody who receives these books realizes that they 100% are not perfect. You know, not everything is going to be precise and precision and, you know, not all my corners are going to add up and, you know, or be square. I mean, they're definitely handmade, imperfect, made with love kind of things. And hopefully, I mean, I like that aesthetic, but I hope everybody understands that. This is Sleeping Beauty. I made this for my friend Linda at work. So this is not holiday, so it's, you know, doesn't have like poinsettias and stuff, but I like that page with the lace on it. She kind of wanted, you know, pink and blue pastel-y stuff, so that's where the aesthetic is on this book. And I love just using cute papers like those ice creams, ribbon. And then sparkly paper, love that stuff. So as you can see, like there's lots of places for tuck-ins, which I do fill them with tuck-ins. That's like the last step that I do. But then they can be used, you know, for the owner with all the tuck-ins, you know, you can put little treasures in there, little mementos. So it can be like a memory book. It could even be like an autograph album. So that it, oh, let's not fall. I'm gonna have an avalanche over here. Okay. And then the last one that I got to this stage is The Beauty and the Beast. This is for my friend Lita. I've worked with her for so many years, and she's a very oh no, my ribbon. I've got a knot in my ribbon. There we go. She likes orange and yellow and the sunny colors, and this Beauty and the Beast is actually sort of a holiday one too, so I might throw in a few holiday stickers, but I definitely made it very like orange and yellow and all the sunny colors that she really enjoys. And I had a lot of like bee papers that kind of had that aesthetic, you know, the honeybee stuff, so, or had that color scheme, so that's kind of good. I put lace on that one. So I like doing kind of combination of like fabric ribbon and, you know, fabric laces and stuff, and then paper and washi tape and sparkle ribbon, and yeah. I just definitely, and you know, like metallic paper. This is like a double-sided pocket envelope thing that I put in all of them. Basically, like the fun, like folded pockets and those kinds of things are in every book because, as I've said before, I kind of have to have a template so that I know what I'm doing. But I did experiment, and I've started like using some different like punching holes in the edges that I can then run ribbon through. So yeah, so that's the last one that I worked on. I actually finished all those yesterday while I was on the Zoom call, so it's a good start. And then I have the other books are in various stages. Like I have all the papers pulled for everything, so that's great. I have some I still need to sew in the signatures, and then I have probably about half I need to sew in the signatures, half the signatures are already sewn, so it's just doing the edges, doing the tapes and the ribbons and stuff like that I just showed you, and then filling them all, and then I will have this project done. And then I think I might make a couple extras. I have some that are prepped that I haven't, you know, taken to the further step, but I do have a couple prepped that I'm going to make over the course of the year so that I have them to give away next year on Flossnica. And then, you know, if any of you out there see this and are interested in a specific book that you might, you know, be wanting to purchase, let me know, because it is something that I could possibly do. So, all right, so the little golden book, that was my little golden book journey this week. And I am really happy that I got that much done. I mean, considering how busy the week was as far as doing all the filming, I didn't feel like I had a lot of crafting time. Okay, that being said, this week I started a new crochet project. And I'm glad I did, because there was a few nights this week where I just couldn't turn my brain off, and it's like I was too stressed and squirrely even for cross stitch, and this project was just very comforting. So perhaps unsurprisingly, I started another like shrug sort of sweatery thing. Any garments that I'm going to make for myself are probably going to be in the shrug category, because at least for a while, because they're sort of unstructured, they're easy. What I tend to like is something that's just an easy pattern, and then you have like a yarn that basically does the work. The yarn is just so fun to work with itself that it keeps my brain going. I don't have to like concentrate on some kind of difficult pattern. And it's just the yarn itself that is creating the fun for me. So this one is called the Everyday Cocoon Cardigan Free Crochet Pattern. It's for beginners, by Jenny and Teddy, jennyandteddy.com. So if you are interested, you can find it. And it's just, I don't know if you can see this black and white picture, but it's just like a really slouchy, squishy looking like cardigan cocoon shrug type thing, which is basically crocheting a big rectangle, and then you fold it and sew it to make armholes. So what I am making this in is Bernat Pop, and this is the colorway Scarlet Sizzle. And I think it's going to take me 4 balls. I'm working on the second ball right now. And just by measuring, I think it's going to take 4. But I did this all in a week. So yeah, it's going super fast. And it just, I love the squishiness of it. It feels really nice. I have my label here. This, it's 100% acrylic. It is a medium weight, a number 4 yarn. I'm using a 5mm crochet hook with it. And this is care instructions, reverse side of label. Okay, it's machine wash and dry. So machine wash in delicate setting, do not bleach, tumble dry at low heat. So it's pretty like easy to care for once it's made. So, and you know, it's like the oranges and stuff aren't necessarily my colors, but the pinks and I don't know, something about this particular one just is making me happy when I'm using it. So yeah, so basically you cast on however long you cast on, based on how big you are, how big, you know, of a person you are, the size. And then, and I figure, you know, if it's a little bit big, it's okay because it's like a slouchy thing. And then you just crochet till it's about 27 inches long. Then you fold in the sides and create the arms. But yeah, I'm just really enjoying this. And as I said, it's a super simple pattern. It's not even really a pattern. I mean, I don't know. You cast on and then basically you do 2 double crochets in every other stitch. And then going forward, you do 2 double crochets in every, like in the V created by each double crochet. And then it makes that sort of pattern. And I have mistakes all over this. Like every so often I'll come across where I did a single crochet or a single double crochet or an individual double crochet instead of 2 double crochets. So I don't have the V, and then I just do a double crochet like next to the single, and then going forward it's back to being correct again. So I just think it's really pretty, and I just like the way it feels, and it's just, I like this yarn, and I like this pattern, and I think I'm gonna probably, once I get this done, I might do another one and try it. I have some roving yarn that is just so gorgeous, and I keep like not being sure what to do with it because, you know, it's a roving yarn, it's a single ply, but I think it would work maybe with this pattern, so we'll see. But yeah, I really was enjoying that this week, and I think it's gonna go quickly. So I might finish this one before the Granny Square Shrug. Okay. Then I also started this week, which I showed you guys, the project for Logan, for my nephew, for his birthday. I'm using this Ferris wheel yarn because it's kind of dark and it's variegated, but I don't know, I think it works for this. And I'm going to be making a 20-sided die using these triangles of plastic canvas. So I need to make 20 of them, and I've got 4.5 done. So, and as you can see, I just kind of took the triangles and made you know, four triangles within the triangle. Made a little pattern, so I'm still not 100% sure how I'm going to do the numbers. I mean, I could stitch them, but I didn't know how well that would look. And then I thought, oh, I'll get like these stickers. So I did. I got a package of these stickers, which would work, but they're not that big, and there also aren't enough of them. I'd have to get another package or 2 packages to get enough because there's only 3 of each number. So, you know, when you get into the teens, you need all ones for every single number. So, yeah, so I'm just not sure yet what I'm doing for that. But I have until the end of January for that project. Okay, I'm going to pause for a second. I'll be right back. Thank you for being patient. Actually, I guess it was just instantaneous for you. 5 minutes for me there. Going to check on a weird noise, but it's fine. Okay, so I showed you the 20-sided dice. Now it's on to the cross stitch whips, which there weren't a lot this week because, again, doing the videos and doing the crochet project, etc. But I do have 3 to show you, and a finish again. So you've already seen this, but I found the frog. Yay! So this is the pumpkin trio that I showed you last week, but I found the frog. I found the little froggy. So I think I might, during my D&D game, I might try and finish this. I'm basically going to take some of the leftover thread that matches. I'm going to twist it into a little cord to use as a hanger inside, and then I'm just going to sandwich it with some felt and cut around it, and that's going to be the it of the project. And then I will show it to you next week if I get that done. But I found the frog. I put it in a safe place, right? I mean, that made sense. And then I was looking in completely the wrong place for it. And then I was looking for something else, and I'm like, what is this? Oh, it's the frog. And then I almost lost it again, but I got it. Okay, then the other 3 things that I worked on this week. I worked on my frog bouquet. By Designworks. So all 3 of these projects that I'm showing you today, I would really like to get done this week or this month, but we only have 2 more weeks left. So these 3 plus the Cuddles and Caffeine are the 4 that I really would like to get done, and I just don't know. Of the 4, like, can I get all 4 of them done, or just 1 or 2? We'll see. So that is sort of the end of the year goal, is for these 4 to get a finish. I would be very happy with myself if I could do that, but I guess it will just depend. So basically I think I worked on the skirt a bit, and then the legs, and started on the ballet slippers at the bottom. And this is, it's a kit, so I'm using all the kit materials except for the fabric. I did change out for an 18 count damask Aida, which makes it smaller. Yeah, because I think it came with a 14 count Aida. Yeah, it came with 14 count Aida, which I replaced or exchanged for the damask Aida just because I really like it. And then it is the companion piece to this one that I did last year, which also is on the damask Aida. So yeah, hopefully we'll see. We'll see if I can get it done for the end of the year with all 3 of these, actually. Okay, then I told you guys that I had some very happy, kind gifts and messages and texts and stuff from both Julie, Stitching at the Cabin, and Dawn Frisch from Arizona. And this piece by Prickly Owl is actually sort of, I think, both of them when I'm working on it, because I'm kind of, I got this from Dawn. She gifted me this chart, and then I started it with Julie because we both had it, and decided to start it at the same time. And she was saying in her last video, which is true, we were talking about you know, oh, when we're done with this, we need to start something else together. And then I'm like, but we actually have 2 other projects that we're both working on, because we're both working on the little Snapdragon, and we're both working on the country garden. So we have 2 other projects that are, you know, twinsy projects. But of course we're both like, yeah, but we need to start something else together. And I basically did all the back stitching on the owl and the back stitching on this first cactus, except for it has spikes that come out, and I haven't done that yet. And then I did a little bit of stitching here. Now, Julie showed hers, and her floss, it is 100%, her floss is a lot different, a lot more contrasting than mine is. You can kind of see it on camera. You can kind of see that there's 2 colors in here. I mean, you can see that, but it is so subtle, and it's even harder to see in real life. I mean, it does add dimension to it, but hers are like two different colors. Mine are like so similar, it's like difficult. But anyway, I did finish the back stitching on the owl, and the back stitching just really brings these kinds of projects to life. So all I have left is the 3rd cactus and the big cactus flower over here. So I think it might be possible to get this one done before the end of the year. And then the last one that I worked on this week, and I actually worked on this twice, is my sampler au chat by Jardin Privé. I'm doing this on a 20 count Aida with sulky thread, and I'm getting pretty close. Getting pretty close to a finish, you guys. Yeah, so all that's left is this corner down here. So this week I folded it too much. Too much, so you can't see what I did. Okay. I did this row, the TUVWXYZ in that font. I did these, well, I did one of these and a little bit of the other one. I don't know if you had seen that already. I did this flower thingy. I started the cat tree. I started this cat, and then I did finish the STU and the X, and yeah. So I got quite a bit done. Oh, and I finished this row of like flower stuff. So yeah, it's like, this is close. This is really close. I think maybe 2 or 3 stitching sessions and I could get this one done. So I'm trying to decide what I'm going to work on during D&D. Probably I think I'm going to work on my country garden this week. And or crochet. Okay, so that was all my projects this week, which isn't bad considering I filmed like, you know, five nights out of the week, and yeah, and then all the stuff that's going on stress wise with personal things. So yeah, I mean, I think I did a pretty good job. I don't have any haul or anything like that, except for like the gifties that I got from people that I showed on the Flossnica videos, and plans are just to keep chugging along with the books. Definitely need to make some progress on those each week, you know, as much as I can, and try and get some of these cross stitch things finished before the end of the year. That is, you know, my basic goal. And then I need to kit this up. This is going to be my new year, new start. So, I mean, it's a kit, so everything's in here, but I need to decide if I want to, it's a Riolis, so that the yarn floss fibers are on these things, and I found that I do prefer, I think, to take those off and put them on some kind of a floss strap. Maybe this one. That would probably work. And I am changing out the fabric just because I want it to be a little bit smaller. It will fit better in a frame if I change it from the 14 count that it came with to 16 count. So I have a piece of 16 count in here that I pulled. And I'm really intrigued to see, because, you know, I thought when I first saw this, I thought it was done on black, and it's not. It's done on white, and the whole background creates, you know, is stitched. So it should be interesting. It is full coverage, but, you know, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to go faster. It's not, it doesn't seem as confetti-ish as like the full coverages that I normally do. So we'll see. But I need to get that up for my New Year, New Start. And I think that that's it. Until I see you guys again, I hope you are having a wonderful holiday season. I hope you're trying to keep the stress at bay. I know that sometimes it's really hard. And gosh, I guess next, my next video is next Sunday, which would be Christmas Eve, the day of Christmas Eve, the 24th, right? Yeah. So 3-day weekend, that'll be nice. Hopefully I can get a lot of stuff done. Hopefully my car situation goes smoothly. Please pray for me. But yeah, until I see you again, please remember to be content, be kind, and be crafty. This is Carla. Bye-bye.